Hey guys, it's Squall, and this is part 34 of Everlasting Summer. Nonetheless, I decided to go have lunch. The checklist isn't going to run away. I'll get it signed later, while my stomach clearly won't wait till dinner. With these thoughts, I entered the canteen. There was almost nobody inside. Apparently most pioneers had lunch already. A lunch lady of impressive proportions provided me with a glorious meal of 3 dishes. A soup, Yepres broth, goulash from Labyrinth Pavlovich, garnished with potatoes boiled according to the craziest fashion of 25th century, and a periodic table compote. What? I didn't get any of that. But there you go. Hardly a menu 5-star restaurant. Okay, I'm gonna take some time to apologize right now. My sleep schedule it's been everywhere, man. And also, I'm finally using headphones instead of earphones, so I sound so different to myself right now. So I apologize if I'm all over the place today and if I do the voices wrong, because I sound so different right now to myself. Hardly a menu 5-star restaurant would envy, but I was too hungry to care. After all, compared to my usual meal of ramen or macaroni and cheese, this indeed wasn't too bad. I sat at the nearest table and concentrated on chewing. My focus was soon disturbed by a sudden mighty slap on my back. I even choked. Uliana was standing in front of me with a victorious look on her face. Choke the life out of you one day. Catch me if you can. She stuck her tongue out. Tried once and couldn't. Alright then, I'll ambush you somewhere. That's not fair. Look who's talking, Miss Fair Play. I grinned. Okay, you wait. I'll get some food and come back. We'll eat together. I could do without such company. Better hurry up with my lunch. However, Uliana came back after just half a minute. She had a huge roast beef on her plate and a few large boiled potatoes. Is that a new look? I don't think I've ever seen her do that face before. She looks like so satisfied with herself. Compared to my royal feast. Where did you get that? Gotta know places. She looked at me and grinned with all her 32, or however many she had, teeth. I won't stand for this. I never was a master of pranks, and in school I often found myself on the bullied side. But I had to get back at her somehow. And what if Olga Dmitrievna finds out that you're stealing food? I'm not stealing? She flared up. That's what you're going to tell her. I wonder if she'll believe you. And how would she know? Well, that depends. Many things. Like what? Uliana looked me in the eyes. Bring me a bun. A sweet one. Where am I supposed to get it? Well, the same place where you got all this? I pointed at her plate. She hesitated. Alright, 1 bun. Promise you won't tell Olga Dmitrievna? You have the word of a pioneer. She ran off towards the kitchen. Without hesitating, I opened the pepper box and emptied it into her drink. Pepper box? Just as I finished, the restless girl came back. Here, you racketeer. Looks like she didn't notice. Okay, now, who drinks his compote last carries trays? Don't be silly. Silly? Watch me. I won't play these childish games. Look who's talking. I smiled maliciously. You watch me then. 1, 2, 3. She didn't even let me grab my glass, and in one quick motion down her drink. In just 1 second, her expression changed to that of authentic terror. Her cheeks went red, and her eyes were about to pop out. She jumped from the table and rushed to the table with the drinking water, spitting and yelling as she went. You! I decided not to wait for her and went outside, giggling to myself while finishing my bun. Okay, so this is brilliant. I appreciate this. Last time when I was trying to... Well, you guys know how I ended up getting the good ending by accident when I was doing Elisa's route. Then had to go back and do the bad ending, but I put the bad ending first, the good ending second in the video. Well, when I went back to try to get the bad ending, I noticed that you could do this now, which I hella appreciate. So much. I don't actually know what we're supposed to do. Play the tournament. Well, losing against Lena was the right thing to do, so... Let's see what happens. At least I won a single round. I left the canteen. By the way, I don't know what it is about the wire and the headphone jack and the microphone, but it's making weird noises right now. I don't know if the recording software will pick that up. If it does, I'm really sorry. I'll try to fix it next time or figure out what's going on. It was still too early to sleep and a short walk looked like a good idea. Where should I head to? Oh. Hang on a second. Okay, I looked it up because I just did not feel like having to save and go through each of these locations to find out which is the one I'm supposed to go to. It says to go to the stage, which I assume is this scene. The events of the past day kept flashing brightly in my head. That stupid useless checklist, this foolish tournament. Tonight I had no intention of doing anything or talking to anybody. The investigation of my complicated situation was the last thing on earth I would do this evening. I headed to the north. At least where I thought it was. It was my habit from my youth to go to the north. I liked this part of my hometown more than the southern districts. Traveling to the Black Sea resorts was never my thing either. Boundless forests and fields were much closer to me than beaches and Barkhans? Is this a different stage than the one Elisa was rocking on? I don't know. Several minutes later, an open-air stage consisting of several wooden benches and a platform appeared before my eyes. I climbed onto the stage. Looks the same. So much varied musical equipment, loudspeakers, a microphone stand, and even a piano. I imagined a crowd of people in front of me, everyone screaming, shouting my name, myself blinded by the spotlights. I imagined a guitar in my hands and attempted to play along and striking solo. I suppose it looked pretty funny from a stranger's point of view. A weird guy swinging his arms on stage, just jumping around like an ape and making faces. I hope no one can see me here. Hey! Piped up from somewhere above. I knew it. I knew you were a vampire. Okay, how does your hair stay up? You know what, never mind. I looked up and saw Uliana hanging over the beam under the stage ceiling. Wait a minute, what is she doing? Why can't I pick it? Let me pick it. Fine. I looked up and saw Uliana hanging over the beam under the stage ceiling. What are you doing here? I'm just... Denial is obviously futile. You saw it, didn't you? I said in frustration and turned away. Oh, I see a wasted guitar talent in you. I said nothing. Hey, come on, don't frown. It was funny enough. She giggled. Funny enough, eh? I huffed. Yep, Uliana answered calmly. Come up here, dude. Where to? To me. I ain't gonna get up there. Don't even try to convince me. Not that I have a fear of heights. It's just that climbing up there is pointless, isn't it? Oh, just get over here. I felt in my bones that something was going wrong, but still slowly headed her way. When I found myself standing under Uliana, she cried out, "Catch me!" And jumped. So this shot was in the opening intro so many episodes ago, and I was wondering when it would show up and what the context was because it looks so bizarre. Yeah, okay, sure, why not? Thousands of thoughts flashed through my mind in an instant. How would I catch her? Is it worth trying? What if she dies? What if she breaks my something? Why the hell does this happen to me? That's her own fault. No more fooling around. Wow, what a number of thoughts come and go with the blink of an eye. Yeah, it's almost like the writer wanted you to stay here in this shot or something, when sometimes many years are not enough to come up with a single idea. At last, logic and self-preservation instinct won the battle, and I stepped back. You let her fall? Huh. Uliana landed gently, tumbled, instantly jumped to her feet, and looked at me with offense. Holy moly! Why did you catch me? You didn't get hurt, I answered, shifting my glance. That was pretty cowardly of you, dude. If I did. But you didn't. What's up with you? Watched too many B movies recently? So, don't you care about me? Did I accidentally do Elisa's voice? No idea. She grinned. Well, in this situation, certainly I do care. I'm flattered. Hey, don't get any ideas. Okay. I'm forgiven for the cards. And you are not. I had no time to finish the sentence. Uliana jumped off the stage and vanished in the dark of the night. Yep, one more childish trick from this silly girl. Sure, I was worrying about her at the moment, as I would for anyone else in her place. After once again cursing Uliana in my mind, I headed towards my cabin. Okay, so this is obviously for Slavia. I could care less about these guys. The sports club? Uliana was playing soccer on the first day, wasn't she? Let's give it a shot, I guess. I was hoping that I could escape the obligatory work if I pretended I'm helping the sports club. They obviously have tons of members and could probably do just as well without a single extra pair of hands. However, I'd better visit the sports ground, at least to check in there. Just in case Olga Dmitrievna finds out that her ideal pioneer slacks off and dodges community service. You never know. I could imagine worse punishments than a public telling off at a party gathering. I wasn't really planning for that to happen. All of a sudden, I saw no cleaning, painting, or repairing but a football match. They were playing 5 versus 6. I wonder, really? Why are you playing in a skirt? I took a closer look at the players and recognized Uliana. I won't interfere, I'll just watch. The teams were obviously mismatched. One team consisted entirely of younger kids that looked about 12 years old. The other team consisted entirely of teenagers. Besides, they had one extra player, Uliana. So Uliana is around Semyon's age? Cause the other team was the 12-year-olds. Cause I gotta admit, the fact that there's an Uliana route kinda creeps me out. But we'll see where it goes. Mind you, what can just one extra person, more of a one girl, do? Soon enough, I realized that I was mistaken. Uliana had a good dribbling technique, cutting through the defenders one by one. She obviously lacked teamwork skills, but they weren't even required at this level. She scored with enviable regularity. Or did I read it wrong and is she part of the 12-year-old team? I don't know. I came closer to the pitch. Hey, come and join us. There's short one man on the team. I guess that's what counts as community service here. I already finished everything, said Uliana, sounding insulted. I looked over the sports ground again. The benches were freshly painted, new nets placed behind the goals. How did they manage to get through all of this stuff? Come join our team. Well, given that I escaped the last time, I should indeed play now. Ball at the center, we start. With the very first touch, I put the ball into the top corner with a delicate strike. Actually, it wasn't that difficult. The pitch was at most 50 meters long and the goalkeeper of the opposing team couldn't even reach the crossbar. Sometime later, we tied it up, despite our team being 7 or 8 goals behind at the start. Objectively speaking, one should note that Uliana's team scored a couple of goals during my time here too. More precisely, she scored. You couldn't say that she had Ronald Dino. She didn't have Ronald's tricks or precise Beckham's shots in her pocket. She would just kick the ball into open spaces and coming up toward the goal. Sorry, I totally got distracted there. She would just kick the ball into open spaces and coming up towards the goal, she just toe punted every time. I haven't played soccer in the longest time. However, such a dull strategy brought positive results. I could not keep an eye on every opponent and my teammates were not much help. Now it sounds like every multiplayer FPS game. Certainly, I played better than all of them and theoretically I could have scored as many times as I wanted, but it seemed unsportsmanlike to me. Winning isn't everything. It's taking part that counts, isn't it? Well, you know who says that? The losing team. But after Uliana's words, penalty shootout. The winner wins the game. I made up my mind that I didn't want to lose. At the time, it was 11-9 in our favor, so it wasn't reasonable to object. You're in goal. I'll shoot. We switched then. One shot each? Yes. I stood at the line and got ready. She took a run and sent it straight into my hands. It's not fair. What's not fair? I'll shoot again. Okay, just do it, I said, smiling. The second shot would go better in rugby. Rugby's awesome. One more time. Absolutely not. She sniffed. But you shall never score a goal against me. We'll see. Please don't hurt her. I put a ball into the low right corner of a goal with a precise kick. Uliana didn't even move. However, there was no point. Penalty kicks like that are uncatchable. Looks like I won. She answered nothing and just looked at me resentfully. I needed to lighten the mood. Don't get upset. Well, that was This is hella bright. And that's when the music started playing, calling the pioneers for lunch. Alright, I'll get even with you some other time. She laughed, waved her hand, and ran in the direction of the canteen. I juggled the ball a little and followed her. Okay. Someone's gonna have to explain this to me. If possible. How old is Uliana? And I have no words. I have no words. This really? No. I have no words. Her face was right next to mine. I felt her erratic breathing and the heat of her body. Okay. Sure, right now she's only a child, but soon enough she'll become a woman. Oh my gosh, it's times like these that I really wish I had a face cam. In that case, homeboy, I was gonna say you wait till she becomes a woman, but no, you find an actual woman and leave poor Uliana alone. What's wrong with you? It was pretty embarrassing, it's pretty disturbing. You got... Okay, I get it. Strange guy on top of you, this is a genuine question. This is a genuine fear to have. I mean, why hasn't Semyon gotten off of her? I have... She said, coming back to her senses. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read it. You guys saw what it was. I'm just gonna get through this as best as I can. You want me to? Gosh, I feel dirty just saying that. Anyway, it was more like a game to her. Sure. No. No, young lady. No. Don't even talk like that. Stop it. I'm not gonna read it. I'm sorry. She gave a cunning smile and snorted quietly. Or was it just my imagination? I'm not really in the mood. Whatever. Uliana reached up and bit me on the nose. I wasn't expecting that and even pulled back a little. This whole storyline with Uliana is gonna creep me out, isn't it? Just a moment of hesitation was enough for her to wrestle out and run 12 feet away. Watch it. You're gonna regret this later. She laughed out loud and disappeared into the woods. The candy bag was left lying on the ground near me. I wonder if she dropped it on purpose. It's getting near dinner time, so I had to hurry up and return the candy. And preferably, very preferably, stay under the radar. Of course, I'll explain the situation. It was Uliana who had stolen them. But who's gonna believe me? Everyone knows what she's like. Olga Dmitrievna was already waiting for me at the entrance to the canteen. Good job, what the heck? That's not her voice. Job, Semyon. Did I just do the exact same thing? Woman, what is your voice? Job, Semyon? Whatever. And what? I hid the bag of sweets behind my back. The bag was transparent and too big to put it in my pocket. Just talking about the cleanup. Everything is clean and tidy. Well, yeah. And where is Suliana? I wish I knew. She'll come soon. Okay then, go and have your dinner. I entered the canteen. To my utter lack of surprise, it was full. Now I really don't know how to return the bag without being noticed. Sure, I could do it in the evening, but what do I do with it now? Semyon. I turned around. Slavia was in front of me. Wow, what's that? She looked at the bag that I didn't manage to hide in time. Caught red-handed, more like sweet-handed. Time to prepare for a scolding. And these are sweets. Where from? I stole them, damn it. I got them from Uliana. Oh, I see. Same old song and dance? What do you mean? It's not the first time she's stolen sweets. And why am I not surprised? Let me handle this. Thanks. Slavia saves the day yet again. She took the bag and headed to the buffet. I had no desire to listen to what she was going to say about returning the sweets. So I started to look around the canteen, looking for a place to sit. It seems that I will have to share a dinner table with Electronic and Shirk. There were no more places to sit. Something just occurred to me. Do I even have a proper screenshot that I can use for the thumbnail? 'Cause it's been all upskirt shots. I'll think of something. What's happening, gentlemen? Every time I had to deal with them, I got an itching desire to tease them or at least to drop some cheeky or cocky banter. It might be too risky to behave that way, but the Electronic brothers were my primary source of positive emotions. How you doing? Doing good? Fine. What about you? Hits and misses. Something happened? Lots of stuff. Mind sharing? Nah, some other time maybe. Suit yourself. He made a helpless gesture. We're going to the ball after dinner. Electronic giggled. I know that. Did I already read this? I don't know. Who would you want to ask out? I hadn't thought about... Well, there is actually a way to find out. Ah, I did read it. Okay. Slavia left. I probably should not refuse her after everything she did for me, but I wasn't made for such activities. Oh my gosh! Whoa! Okay, that's Lena, Shirk, Slavia. Olga Dmitrievna looks beautiful. There's Uliana and there's Shirk. Well, there's my answer, I guess. This is the thumbnail I'm gonna use. Very, very cool. The pioneers kept on dancing. At least they liked the ball. Olga Dmitrievna danced too. I consider that not really appropriate. Why not? The leader has to keep order around. When has she ever kept order around, Semyon? Especially since she is not 17. Olga Dmitrievna came over to me as if she felt that someone doubted her professionalism. Why are you not dancing? I don't really want to. Your choice. She smiled cunningly. Then I have a perfect task for you. A task which is... Any other activity seemed better than dancing. You cleaned the canteen well today, but I think you haven't fully atoned yet. Huh? Uliana? What? Come here. Uliana came over to us reluctantly. I see you've had enough dancing for a long time to come. No, I haven't. She was sweating like a pig, so it seemed that the leader was right. I have a task for you and Semyon. But Olga Dmitrievna! Uliana begged. It's dance time now, and it's late. It won't take much time. Slavia was sorting the books in the library, but hasn't finished. You have only a couple of shelves to do. But... No buts. For goodness sake. I don't like public work, but dancing... I'm ready. Good job, Semyon. It's my boy, a real pioneer. You should follow his example, Uliana. Uliana didn't appreciate such an example, though. So do it. The whole camp is relying on you. I'll remember this, she hissed. The camp in the evening was beautiful. Silence and peace calmed me. Only the distant music from the square reminded that I am not alone here. And Uliana, who just came back. You could do the cleaning in your dress, though. I grinned. This is all your fault. She breathed heavily and her face was as red as a tomato, so I wouldn't have been surprised if steam started coming out of her ears. You! It is all your fault. Why me again? If only you'd just been quiet. What would have changed? She'd make us do it anyway. She wasn't able to speak normally and just hissed. So what if I kept silent? Do you think she would let you keep on having fun? Uliana looked at me. She seemed to calm down a bit. Really? You don't care at all. You can't even dance. So what if I can't? If you had danced with me, it would have been fun. She returned to her unusual childlike mode. I might have. But you see how the things turned out. We won't have a chance to see who was the better dancer. We approached the library. It was already dark outside. I was slightly surprised by Olga Dmitrievna's request. Or more like an order. To sort the books at night. This is so bizarre. It is a bit weird, isn't it? There was no light inside and the switch didn't work, unpleasantly clicking with every push. It might have actually worked properly, but the lights weren't turning on. Wait, I'll get the candles. Oh. Can I just say I love Uliana's theme? It suits her so well. I was just about to ask how she knows where the candles and matches are when two small lights appeared on the table next to me. That's better, Uliana said, satisfied with herself. What's next? That's my favorite part. What next? She looked at me inquiringly. What will we do next? How should I know? She chuckled. Great. I walked around the bookcases. Olga Dmitrievna said something about a couple of shelves. I touched the books and made sure that there was no dust on them. It looked like someone did a really good job before us. Right, I apologize for the skipping, but there's hella background noise right now and I'm trying to wait for it to calm down, but it keeps coming back. Having examined the whole library, I didn't find anything to clean. The leader must have made a mistake. Suddenly I heard footsteps from behind. The old cracked floor was squeaking so Uliana wasn't able to sneak up on me unnoticed. Boo! I turned around. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared, please. Whatever. She turned away resentfully. It looks really clean in here, so... The dimly illuminated rows of books looked at me reproachfully. Unknown authors from long forgotten years. I wonder if anyone still remembers them. Xenia must remember. I'm sure that she remembers everything. Okay, sit down. Uliana moved a chair over to me. I sat on it. So what's next? Let's tell scary stories to each other. You have 2 chairs, 2 candles. So there should be 2 stories. One mine, one yours. Okay. I agreed without thinking. I hadn't the slightest intentions of going back to the dance, and going by my experience there was nothing to do in that camp at night. Especially as I knew a couple of nice stories which would be able to really scare Uliana. And that was awesome. You first. Okay. Well, since this video is already going kinda long, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. And we'll tell stories. Oh my gosh! Squall! Language! English! Learn to speak it! Huh. Oh my gosh, this thing keeps making noise. This is not my day. This is not my week. It's been rough lately. Oh man. So how have you guys been? Y'all doing good? That's good to hear. This thing keeps making noise. Stop making noise. Stop making noise. I hate everything right now. Oh my gosh. I really hate everything right now. This thing won't stop making noise. I don't like this. Okay. Until next time, guys. Bye. See you next time.